of today cannot determine why your eye adjusts so rapidly and so clearly. They cannot tell you why. Ladies and gentlemen, test my theory yourselves. Everybody, look at me now. Look at me. Now, look at that sign over there. Now look at that tree over there. Now look back at me. How much data has your brain and your eyes taken in those 5 seconds that we've done that? Yet your mobile phone camera, not even the mobile phone, just the camera, cannot even do that without focusing correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to carry on by saying that if there is a creator for my mobile phone, it's only logical to say that there is a creator of this eye, there is a creator of this mouth, there is a creator of this dodgy hairstyle. Ladies and gentlemen, there must be a creator for this guy stood on the ladder. There must be a creator of that tree. Because there is no way you can say to me it randomly burst into existence. And just like my mobile phone, it came with a manual. Ladies and gentlemen, another question for you. How many of you, after you have got a new phone, have actually read your manual from front to back inclusive? Raise your hands. None of you. None of you have read your mobile phone manual. How many of you here have a mobile phone that you use on a daily basis? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you use a mobile phone on a daily basis. Yet you have not read the manual. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our problem today. When the manufacturer sent your phone, he sent a manual. When the creator of this world sent a manual, sent us, he also sent a manual. And we have today failed to read this manual. Now many people say there are a number of manuals. Which is the correct one? I will tell you. The correct manual is Al-Quran, the revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in Arabic. Why is it correct? It's as simple as this. 1400 years ago, a man in the desert was given this book, which is a literary miracle. Why is it a miracle? Because in this book there are a few verses which actually say that if you think that this book is from a person or a human being, then recreate a chapter like it, and then you will be correct. Ladies and gentlemen, 1400 years on, let me clarify that, 1400 years on, there is not even one pamphlet, not even one leaflet that says the challenge of the Quran has been met. And therefore, we have the Quran, the blueprint is there, but nobody has met this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we can only conclude the Quran is correct because there are no flaws in it. Otherwise, these flaws would have been exposed for 1400 years. And yet to this day, there is nothing that can actually testify to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I conclude by saying, when you have problems with your mobile phone, you have a technical support number at the back, normally an 0845 number that you could call technical support when you have issues, when you have difficulties. The creator of the heavens and the earth has done exactly that. He has sent messengers to us to tell us what the Quran, which is the manual, says. And he actually explains that this man was Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. His predecessor was Jesus, Isa ibn Maryam, Isa son of Mary, peace be upon him. And before that was Moses, peace be upon him. Before that was Abraham, peace be upon him. And succession goes back all the way to Adam, peace be upon him, the first man to walk this earth. Ladies and gentlemen, I conclude by inviting you all to ask me questions about Islam if you do not know about Islam. I also ask you to accept Islam if you are not a Muslim, because there is no other truth in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I finish by quoting the Quran. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the heavens and the earth, said in chapter 68, Surah Mulk, and on the day they will be thrown into the fire. And the keepers of the fire will say, did a warner not come to you? Verily every group will say, yes, a warner did come, but we denied and we said Allah has revealed nothing. Verily we were in error. Ladies and gentlemen, as of this day today, you, me, everybody listening no longer has an excuse. On that day, if you are thrown into the fire, you will be one of those who say, yes, a warner did come, but I denied. Ladies and gentlemen, I will conclude on this note. I will now step off the ladder and invite you to ask questions. وأقول قولي هذا فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. جزاك الله خير to you, and thank you very much. I will now step down. Please step forward. Hello, how are you, my friend? You well?
Yeah, good.
Oh, you nip my water and then you give me some water.
The intelligence that was behind this phone was not our creator. It was the creation. It was a demoniac intelligence. The technology now that people seem to be worshipping in the form of mobile phones, in the form of shoes, in the form of Gucci and Rolex watches, was not created by our creator. It was created by...
It was created by hands.
By hand, yeah.
But the raw material came from the
But now people are starting to worship mobile phones. Now they worship cameras.
Yes.
Now they worship the creation.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a question. My friend has said here that people have started worshipping mobile phones, they've started worshipping Gucci designers. What is the biggest thing that humanity now worships?
Money.
Spot on.
Money. Something else.
One of those. I'm going to be honest with you, if you think about it, this is actually worthless. It's a piece of paper. But this is what we are worshipping, and my friend here is correct.
Huh? It doesn't work that way, mate.
This one doesn't work. My friend, they say that, no, you know what it is? They say that money is the root of all evil. I want to save you from evil.
Sorts of evil. Sorts of evil. All sorts of evil.
There are many evils. But my friend, this is the problem. We've ended up in a consumer society. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to conclude a little bit more. Sorry, my friend. We've ended up in a consumer society. Think about what we do. Let me get back up.
That's it. Don't fall.
So it's absolutely gonna. Yeah, I'll squash you. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend has just asked another question. We live in a society of consumerism. The most important God that people worship is what? Is mum apparently. Money. Yeah. Why do we want money? To buy things. Why do we want to buy things? To look better than someone else. Let me get this straight. You slave away to someone else to earn money to impress someone you don't like. Work that one out. You are impressing someone you hate by working your ass off and killing yourself.
It's called mammon.
Yeah, and the money doesn't belong to your creator. Yeah, it belongs to the banks. You're a slave to the bank.
Mr. Speaker, have you ever paid tax in your life?
Have I ever? My friend has asked me if I ever paid tax in my life. Yes,
or was it taken from you?
It was taken from me.
Thank you.
Yes, that's true. I have not paid tax. It was always taken from me.
It was always taken from you. None of us are taxpayers.
You know, in England they always have a joke. There's two things that are guaranteed in England. What are they?
Death and the tax man.
Yeah, death and the tax man. It's true. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this as well. Everybody's heading in one direction, and that's not to a tax office. Everybody's heading for their grave. And if you're heading for your grave, you need to prepare for it.
I'm heading for the Chinese.
He's heading for the Chinese later on. After that, he's going to be headed to the toilet. We don't know what's going to happen after that.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, my friend.
Only one manual, which is Quran.
Yes.
Why in Iman, if you are a believer in Islam, you have to believe in his Prophet, in Allah, and his Prophet, and his books. He didn't say book, he said books. Kutubuhi. So why you only say only Quran, the manual?
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend has asked another question. He said that in the Quran it says that if we have what is known as the 6 pillars of Iman, as a Muslim, we have to believe in the angels, we have to believe in the books, we have to believe in the prophets. He said, why did I only mention the Quran? To sum up, what I'm saying is, my mobile phone is made by who? My friend, I'll ask you.
Sony. Is it Sony?
It's made by Sony. So if this mobile is made by Sony, can I pick up an iPhone manual and use it?
No.
No? It wouldn't work. This is what my problem is with this. The Quran is the only manual. I believe in the Torah. I believe in the Injil. which is obviously the Psalms.
Which version?
Yeah?
Which version?
Which version? The Gospel. We're going to go into that. But I also believe it's been changed. So based on this, the Quran is the only authentic book. Yes, I believe in these books. But to go to look at the Bible and to go and look at the Torah, you will not get the truth. If you go to the Quran, you'll have the truth. It's as simple as that. Does that answer your question, my friend?
Well,
it doesn't answer his question. It's going to answer another one. I'll repeat it.
What I'm saying is we cannot stop other people to look at that manual.
They changed my friend. They don't have the actual
my friend who was saying you cannot stop people from looking at the manual. My job here is to say if I die tomorrow and I tell you to go read the iPhone manual for the Sony, I'm stupid. Yeah? And I'm also wasting your time. So I'm here to tell you right now, go read the Quran, it's the correct manual. Why are you going to waste your time reading any other manual? Because everything that's in the Quran is backed up in the Bible anyway. Why would you read, if you're using this manual which is the earth, why would you bother reading anything else if it doesn't match it?
The government has told them not to read it.
It's an open subject. I don't want to go into.
It's an open subject. He doesn't want to get into an argument. I'm still a lad that he doesn't want to get into an argument. I'm answering his questions.
Mr. Speaker, he believes the government.
He believes in the government. Do you believe in the government? No, only he doesn't believe in the government. No.
Who does he believe in?
Who do you believe in? He believes in people.
What about kebabs?
Where did they get that? Hey, and power. Ladies and gentlemen, communist. Hey?
What about kebabs?
No, I'm a believer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he says that he believes in government, so I believe in government.
He believes in the power of the people. Power to the people!
Yay! Which people?
Which people, yeah. Mainly the government, unfortunately, because that's what we're all controlled by.
Scottish people! Yeah.
Scottish people!
Freedom!
You may take our land, but you'll never take our freedom! Yeah, all right, fair enough. William Wallace, all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, what other questions do you have? Please throw your questions at me. My friend disagreed with me, he has no questions now. Yes.
I just wanted to ask, you made an interesting point that you'll take one manual over another, but you know, why do you take one over that other one?
Because I believe it's been changed. Oh, sorry, let me repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend here has asked me the question of why do I take one manual over the other one? The simple answer is, I believe in the manual that actually relates to the creation. So therefore, just as I said to my friend earlier on, the Sony, I'll give you a Sony manual for the Xperia X, not the Xperia Z. No, it's an Xperia U, I'll get it right in a minute. It's an Xperia U, that's what it's called. I will use the manual for the Xperia U. I wouldn't use an iPhone manual for this.
Absolutely, but you're related to get back to yourself. My question is, why would you choose the Sony in the first place?
Say that again.
Why would you choose the Sony in the first place?
Why would I choose the Sony in the first place? Because that's what was given to me.
That's what he was born into.
But why was I given an iPhone in that case?
Because that's what they decide to give you. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends asked me the question of what...
Market forces.
Yes, I'm answering it.
I'm asking this in a nice way. I'm not having to go. I'm asking this in a nice way.
Well, yeah, no, I understand. What it is he's asking...
I'd like an answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me answer the question. He's saying, I got a Sony and he got an iPhone. Why is it different? Well, in actual fact, I'm using that as an analogy. To be blunt with you, it's a poor analogy. We only live in one world. It's a poor analogy. I'm going to admit that it's a poor analogy. But what I'm going to say to you in response to my friend's question is we live in one world. There's no one who can deny that they live in this world. If they do, I suggest you walk away from them very quickly. Because they ain't all there.
You saying there's no aliens?
Hey?
No aliens.
Did you hear this? My friend here said, are you saying there's no aliens? I didn't say that.
Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush. No, that's called the Westfield Shopping Centre.
That's the one. Alien nation.
So in response to the question, there is only one manual because there's only one creation.
No, but the question was, yes. Why does it make it that you have a Sony and that's the only choice, and somebody else has an iPhone or a Samsung or a completely different, you know, anything else? Most people here have a different phone. The question is, why does your phone make it correct?
Yeah, why?
Why can you stand up here and tell us that your phone is the right one, whereas everybody else's phone is the wrong one?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an incorrect question. What I'm standing here and saying is that the manual for my phone relates to my phone.
That's right, it relates.
And the manual to my phone relates to my phone.
Spot on, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why would you read his manual?
Why would you read my manual if you had an iPhone?
You're focusing on the phone too much.
Spot on. And so what I'm saying is that we have all been given what?
A manual.
A manual. And what have we also been given?
A phone.
No.
He's all about the phone again.
What have we all been given? We've all been given life.
Intelligence.
And that, yeah, intelligence as well. So you call it life, I call it life. We've all been given life, and it's all on which planet? For us. It's on Earth. For anyone to deny that, I say you walk away from very quickly, because you cannot deny that you're on Earth. If anyone can prove to me that we're not on Earth, I'm quite happy to use your manual. But until that is proven, then you must use my manual, because my manual relates to the creation. And that creation is the Earth.
That's why Gabriel came to the Earth. Gabriel come to the Earth.
A good example for that is Apple, when you manufactured iPhone 1.
Yes,
and then iPhone 5.
True.
So iPhone 1 is obsolete.
Yes.
But the main one is Apple.
Yeah.
Allah is the...
There's no way to use the Apple logo.
You mentioned the phone, basically you don't have to use a manual to actually work the phone. I'm too lazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, another question has been posed to my friend here. He said that when he got his iPhone, he didn't read the manual fully, and because he was too lazy.
Too much phone.
He got it on eBay. He got it on eBay.
He got it on eBay, second hand. Buy one, get one free. It's actually called iPhone, not iPhone. Okay, anyway. It's got a B instead of a P. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because how do you say Pepsi in Arabic?
Why can I not use an iPhone at the moment?
Bibsi, man, come on, Bibsi. It's not Pepsi, it's Bibsi. Where's the P in Arabic language?
So I can't.
It's a Bibsi. You ask a Somalian brother, what I know?
Yeah, Bibsi.
Bibsi? It's Bibsi, it's not Pepsi, it's Bibsi.
What about the Irish brother?
How about Irish brother? Bibsi. Bibsi, alright, nine. Okay. I forgot your question.
Okay, I have a question.
If he's too lazy to read the manual, then what is it to him? It's as simple as this. But he's still using the phone. Yes, I agree with this. This is my problem. Is I said you will know more about it if you read it. You will know more about it if you read it. You only know the basic functionality, which is wake up, eat, sleep. That's it. That's all you know. Read the manual, you will know how to work, you know how to earn, you know how to interact with people. More humanity.
Do you know why they're talking about mobile phones? You know why they're talking about phones? Because they worship the phone.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my Irish friend here, he's a very nice guy. What's his name?
Finbar.
Finbar. That's not an Irish name at all, is it? Celtic name Finbar here. He's actually said, you know why they're asking about the phone as opposed to the creation? It's because they worship the phone. This is your life. And I don't mean the red book, this is your life. I mean, this is your life. If you lose this phone, what do you say? Oh my God! John's going to hate me for saying that because I used the Lord's name in vain. Jesus loves you. To be Muslim. How are you, John? Okay. You say I've lost my life. But just imagine if as a Muslim you lost the Quran and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made you lose Iman. Then how would you feel? Imagine that if you as a Muslim, as much as you handle this mobile phone, imagine if you handle the Quran that much. Every time you received a message, you read it. Every minute that you had spare, you read the Quran. How much more benefit would we have? Ask yourselves this question. Who else had a question? Wish had a question.
No, I think the question was from this gentleman. I think he's trying to say is why use Quran only. And
No. My only point was what gives you, and I say this in a nice and respectful way. What gives you the right to say one manual is better than another manual?
It's a textable manual. It's as simple as this. How would you know?
You've got the right not to.
How would you know that your manual for your iPhone was the correct one?
Try it out.
That's right.
But you've tried yours out, and what's to say that I've not tried mine out?
It's as simple as this.
And we're probably going to have to agree to disagree on this one.
No, because scientifically, if we talk about what do you believe in?
Give him water, bro.
That's not really the point.
What manual do you believe in?
That's not really the point. You're not talking about a phone manual here. You're relating it to something else a little bit higher.
He wants to know if you're a Christian. He wants to know if you're a Christian.
And mate, I fully understand this, and you know, I'm still stood here because I think you're a fucking good speaker, and this has all been good.
No worries.
You know, I kind of don't really believe it. It's as simple as this.
And I want you to persuade me.
It's as simple as this. If you want to be persuaded, it's the verse that I used is scientifically, historically, and linguistically. They're the miracles of the Quran. Yeah. The miracle of the Quran, linguistically, is using the 29 letters of the Arabic alphabet. There is no book in the world which has the rhythm that it has and the pose, the statements that it makes. Nobody has matched this. There's no other book in the world. This is the basic one. There's no other book in the world that says, and if you think that this is from Muhammad, then create a chapter like it. The shortest chapter in the Quran is Inna a'twaynaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. 3 sentences. Yeah, that's how short it is. And 1400 years on, nobody's been ever been able to match that.
To be able to explain that correctly, it's not possible that you can have a drink in your hand.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's not possible.
No, that's not really
Your mind's polluted with no, honestly, trust me, I've been where you are, where you are, I was, where I am, you can be. Yeah, you're asking the man a legitimate question. But to do that in your mind, see, he's a theological man, he's a godly man. This is an act of an ungodliness in this man's...
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't
No, brother, no, you've got the capability to be a godly man.
My whole point, you know, I'm playing devil's advocate here, and I like it, and it's good.
What do they call white man's magic?
I've got magic.
What I'm listening.
It's good, you know. Like, I'm just stood here, you know. I'm playing devil's advocate, and I want to hear something. You know, I want you to. I genuinely do want you to persuade me to believe. My name's Jack. It's very nice to meet you.
Jack and Jamil. Hey,
Jamil
or Jay. Just call me Jay. It's Jay.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and you know, I do want to be persuaded in the other way. But I kind of think, you know, like the argument that you put forward, and the fact, you know, it's one phone versus another. It's kind of a little bit sketchy. Excuse me for a moment. It's kind of, you know, like, you know, what's to say that your phone is better than that phone?
I agree with this. But what we're assuming here that you have multiple phones. Yes. How about if each and every manual only ever related to one type of phone? This phone was the only one ever manufactured, but you have a number of different. You have a number of different manuals. You have to go with the one which is most correct. Agree or disagree?
Yeah. But you have to go to the one that is correct for you. No. You have to go to the one that is correct for you, and whatever you carry in your pocket, which is basically the belief that you have.
Jack, 1 second.
You have to carry that in your pocket, and
Jack,
you have to.
I said, you know, you hear what I said? I started by saying, what if this phone? It's a Samsung Galaxy S3.
And you read the
Samsung Galaxy S3. Imagine that was the only phone in the world that was ever manufactured. Yeah. But you had 6 different manuals. Now, how would you conclude it?
Very good point. However, that's not really the case.
It is. It's spot on. Because each and every manual, I'll explain why.
It's because everyone carries a different phone in their whole pocket, and that's why it's not the case. And that's why it's not the case.
Okay.
You know, you can't just give an analogy which is not really true. Because I could point out 6 people around here that have a different phone in their pocket, and every single one of those guys has a different manual.
It's a flawed argument. Your incorrect question again. You need to ask the question when I respond to it. I'm saying, listen to my words now. You with me?
Yeah.
Zone out of these guys here, just with me. I said you need to keep
easy on couscous. We're eating it too much.
John, you know what? You need to have more water. Okay. What I'm going to say to you, Jack, is imagine, listen to my words, imagine that everybody here and the only phone available in this world
had the same one, and everyone had the same manual.
Yes.
Well, everyone gets a choice of the manual.
No,
everyone gets a choice of a manual.
Yes. So say only a Samsung Galaxy S3 is available in the world. Yes, only.
Sure. Yeah, fine.
But there are 6 different manuals.
Yeah, cool. But how do you say that one is more correct over the other?
You'd have to test it with the actual creation.
Yeah, but why is the Quran more
right? If we take the Bible, it's been tested. It's as simple as this. Let me give an answer. Number 1, it's been tested historically. I said linguistically. Listen to the miracle of the Quran. That's what I'm about to say. Listen to the linguistic miracle of the Quran using the 29 letters of the Arabic alphabet. Yes. The blueprint of the Quran is available because it's the same Quran today. The challenger in the Quran says, and if you think this is from him, then bring a chapter like it. Listen to what I said.
I'm not thinking this is from anyone. I'm listening to you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So therefore, what I'm saying is, why is it that there's no one in this world from 1400 years ago onwards up to today? If this is the case and the challenge is there, in theory, we should have a whole library of Alexander magnitude saying, look, the challenge of the Quran has been met. Through time, it would have been met. Yet to this day, 1400 years on, it has not been met. How about historically, when Haman is mentioned in the Quran as being on the panel of Pharaoh, and everybody
goes, where on earth did the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, get this from?
Okay,
How can
fair.
Because this is the time before Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Biblically, Haman is not mentioned, yeah? So religiously, he's not mentioned.
I'm not talking about the Bible here.
I'm not. But I'm saying biblically. So I'm saying the Torah and the Injil, as we call it, or the Bible and the Torah, they're not mentioned. Historically, he is never mentioned. Haman, who is on the panel at the time of Pharaoh. Yes? Then what happens
You don't know about this than I do, so.
No problem. What happened a few decades ago? The Rosetta Stone was revealed. Yeah? So this was one of those things that all the time nobody agreed with. And yet when the Rosetta Stone was found, which is in the British Museum right now, it talks in three, it doesn't talk, it's symbolised in 3 different languages, excuse my speak. It's in Aramaic, it's in Greek, and it's in hieroglyphics. And Haman is mentioned on the Rosetta Stone. And it's mentioned at the time of Pharaoh because it's been carbon dated to that time. So therefore, based on this, a historical miracle remains. There's also geological miracles. For example, nobody really knew what mountains were designed for. In the Quran, it categorically says that they have root-like structures, pegs, roots, like a tree. Yeah?
Sure.
Nobody would agree with this. But yet the Quran said it. And now geologists can say that some mountains are as tall upwards as they are downwards. Geological.
Okay, in that case, my question is, why does everyone not believe in the Quran? Don't get me wrong. You paint a beautiful picture, and you have the historical backing behind you, and
shall I tell you what it is?
More to the point, my friend. Hats off to you. You know your fucking stuff, and like fair play. Yeah. Hats off to you. You're a smart man, and you stood in front of a group of people, and.
What I'm going to say to
you speak very well, and I like that. But like my question, why doesn't everyone believe that? If it's so right, why?
You know what it is? A lot of the time, right? If someone had Islam, I always said this: if you had Islam on a shelf, yeah, in Tesco's, and people knew about it, people would buy it. But if you don't know about it, you won't take it because someone will tell you that Asda baked beans are better than Heinz baked beans. Someone will tell you that Tesco baked beans are better than Heinz baked beans. I will tell you Heinz baked beans are the best. But who do you decide? You have to decide for yourself. How do you do that? You have to eat them, so you have to try it. So the only way you're going
to do it is to test them. Why does not everyone take it?
Because they don't know about it.
Trying to distract you from it.
Yeah.
Usually government forces who are acting under satanic instruction.
Everybody, and the other thing is...
No, the government's trying to take people away from belief systems, call it Islam, Christianity, Judaism. They don't want... Somebody wants to take you away from the path that would lead you back to
But why is it the government? You've brought up a point which is absolutely nothing from what this guy's saying. You've been making very good points, but
Jack, I'm going to come off the ladder because I think it's going to go flat in a minute. He's got a question for you.
I'm going to shake your hand and I'm going to say it's an absolute pleasure to talk
Jack,
to you.
Can I ask you one question just before you go through?
Please go away.
Why are you drinking? Because I know Finbar mentioned it a minute ago, but I'm going to ask you, why are you drinking? Give me a reason for that.
Because we've been having a great time in Regent's Park tonight.
Yeah, spot on. So how was Regent's Park? And what do you think of it compared to Hyde Park?
Happy days.
Good stuff. Okay.
I come to here most Sundays because I like it.
What's Regent's Park then?
Most weekends.
Oh, okay. So you go to both parks most weekends?
There's a mosque up there as well.
Yeah. I go to Regent's Park with my friends, but I can never drag them down to Speaker's Corner.
No worries. What I'm going to say to you is, you've hit the nail on the head.
And the reason I can't drag them down to Speaker's Corner is they basically, and I say this from their words, they don't want people to talk shit. But I come down to Hyde Park because I like Speaker's Corner and it's fun and it's good and it's
what I am going to say to you is you hit the nail on the head because the reason I asked you is why you're drinking alcohol. You said because you want to have fun. Why do you not have fun when you're working?
I always have fun when I'm working.
Why do you not have fun without alcohol?
The reason I said why I was drinking alcohol is because I sat with my friends earlier in Regent's Park.
Do you see what it is, Jack? What I'm saying to you is that alcohol actually takes a mindset of reality. And if we understood reality, we wouldn't need alcohol because we'd want to sit in reality and absorb it. So what I'm saying is that right now, there's only three things that you can submit to. Sorry, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah? You can only submit to your own desires, you can only submit to someone else, or you can submit to the Creator. And only one of those are going to give you freedom. Because no matter how much you chase someone else, they'll always be ahead of you. Whether that be your boss, whether that be your friend, whether that be a multimillionaire, whether that be a famous person.
Would that be your future wife?
Oh yeah, your future wife, exactly, that's what I was about to say. Always be ahead of you.
But the other one the argument that anyone can make is, what's to say that I'm chasing somebody in the first place?
It's as simple as this.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Because I asked you why you're drinking, and you said because it makes you happy. It goes to show that the reality of life doesn't keep the fact that you're not sober actually gives you happiness. Whereas me and you'll ask the Muslims around here, they don't need the alcohol to make them happy because they know.
I don't need the alcohol to make me happy.
Why are you drinking?
But if you drink for my friends earlier and I'm finished off.
So why don't you do the paradigm shift and say, boys, we're gonna go out and have fun, no women and no alcohol.
But how do you know that I've not done that in the past? And how do you know that I don't do that already?
I'm not. I'm saying why don't you do it?
Because I have done it before.
Good. So why don't you stick to it?
Because we enjoy having fun and we enjoy drinking.
To be honest with you, if you had as much fun as I did in life, knowing that the Creator had given you freedom, then blatantly, you wouldn't actually.
But again, like the whole point is, I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. That you believe in the Creator and I don't, and you know, I'll
so
still, you know, when you get down for that, I'll still shake your hand. And,
no, of course I will.
You know, yeah, like it's just the kind of thing that we don't agree in like this, you know, the same focal point.
Yes.
I agree in one focal point, which is basically that.